Many of you will agree with me that 2026 is expensive. If you look at the cost of food, the cost of fuel, the cost of accommodation, school fees, logistics, utilities, and keep on mentioning others. As a beginner, you can conveniently save at least 100,000 naira before the end of this year without earning more. And I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this. I will advise you not to miss the 5th point because that is the game changer. So if you are new here, on this channel I give for free investing tips, business ideas, so you can check it out on my channel and see the one that resonates with you most. First rule is pay yourself first plus automate. Don't save what is left, save first. Most beginners wait till month end. By then nothing is left. Now what do you need to do? The day your salary hits your account, move 10% to a separate savings account. You can use your bank app to automate it. The second rule is use the budget method that works for you best. There are some people that will tell you use 50, 30, 20 rule. There are some that will tell you to use 60, 20, 20 rule. What it means is that for the 50, 30, 20 rule, the 50% of your salary goes for your needs, 30% of your salary goes for your wants, 20% goes for your savings. Some people, that particular budget method works for them. While for some, 60% of their salary is used for their needs, 20% of their salary is used for their wants, 20% of their salary is used for savings and investment. So whichever one works for you best, you can adopt it. Because there are some people that 60, 20, 20 might work for them, while some 50, 30, 20 works for them. So it is you that will sit down and look at how much is your needs or how much is your wants. But more importantly, that I am more concerned about is the savings plus investment. That is the 20%. So no matter how it is, no matter how you have decided to manage the money, ensure that you have a certain amount, at least 20%, that you have set aside for your savings plus investment. When I mean savings plus investment, I mean out of it you might have saved for emergency or any other needs that may arise, and out of that 20% also you are saving for investment. If you have the opportunity to increase that 20%, please do, because it is for your own good. Instead of increasing your wants, rather drive towards increasing your savings plus your investment. Rule number 3 is to kill 3 money leaks. You can find out your own money leaks because this person's money leaks might be different from Mr. B's money leaks. So now, these 3 money leaks that I'll be sharing with you is what I have viewed in my own opinion that are stealing from the beginners in this 2026. And one of them is subscriptions. Most of us subscribe on YouTube, on Netflix, on Spotify. So if that is one of your money leaks, you can set aside at least 4,000 per month. Yes, so that it can take care of that. The moment you have exhausted, you don't exceed your budget. And the second money leaks is impulse food delivery. You pay for food delivery. So imagine if you pay 3,000 naira, you request for food 3 times in a week, and each food delivery is 3,000 naira. So you can imagine you are spending 9,000 naira in a week. So when you multiply it for a month, you are already spending 36,000 naira. And that 36,000 naira, you can use that money to cook. That money will be enough for you to cook the food that will even take care of you for even more than this period of time, because you will not only be eating 3 times a week, you can take care of your food for every day for like 2 weeks. So you understand me, because apart from this food delivery, you will also eat again. So you need to cut down on these money leaks. These are some of the money leaks in my own opinion. Another one is what I call the black tax without a plan. It's good to help the family, but you need to set a fixed amount monthly that will not drain you, because there are some people might come up with a need and said, brother, I need this, I need to pay up this, and it's so urgent, I don't know if you can help me. Because from outside they're already seeing you as someone who is capable of helping them. So, and if you do otherwise, they will begin to see you in a bad light. In fact, they might even transfer it to your spouse, that he or she is the one that is not allowing you to assist the family. So to avoid all this, you need just set aside a certain amount of money and say, this money, in case there's any black tax affair, you can use it to take care of it. So I call it the black tax without a plan, because it is something that you did not plan for, but it may arise in one way or the other. They are under the eventuality. So you set aside a certain amount in your own discretion, using your own discretion to achieve that. If at this point you're getting value from this content, please do well to like, and you are free to drop your comments, share your thoughts on the comments. It will also interest you to know that we have a finance community where we come together to grow up our wealth. If you are interested, please go ahead and click on join that is in front of your screen. It requires a little token to be part of us. So we'll be glad to have you, and you will not regret joining us. So the fourth rule is the 24-hour rule. Sometimes you just desire to have something, or you just have a feeling, oh, I just want to get this, or I just want to buy this. Most of the time, the 80% of the time, you won't even want it anymore. If you observe, if you stay for like a 24-hour period, you'll find out that that desire or that urge of having that thing is no longer there. That's why I call it the 24-hour rule. So whenever such need comes up, just stay for like 24 hours. Before you know, engage in something else. You can engage in studying or doing something that will keep you busy. Before you know it, that need or that urge of taking shawarma or taking anything will just die on its own. So, and again, card made it too easy for us to overspend. So I will advise you withdraw your money, maybe for transportation, for food, all these little things that you will need to buy. Withdraw it in cash. You already have a budget for it. We have talked about budgeting earlier. So you set aside a certain amount and let it be in cash. And the moment that cash finishes, you are done for the month. So, and I always say this, that you need two things in achieving all this. It lies in discipline plus consistency. If you have these two, you are good to start and you are already on the track. We are now on the game changer. And the fifth rule is nothing but save with a goal plus invest it. Give every naira a name. Let every of your savings have a goal that it wants to achieve. Are you saving for emergency? Are you saving for a side hustle capital? You want to start up something by the side apart from your major salary. You want to have an extra income and you want to save towards that. You want to save for investments. You want to invest in treasury bill. You want to invest in mutual fund. I've made so many content on it. You want to save in the federal government savings bond. You can check it out on my channel. You will see how you can go about it. Even as little as 5,000 naira, you can start it up. And gradually you increase it. So let your savings have a goal. Let it be tagged with a goal. Not physically, but also in your mind and in actualization of that particular goal. If you have set this money for investment, let it be for that investment. And I want you to know this. Remember that money that is sitting in your savings or your current account is losing value to inflation. So it is better you make your money work for you, and it works better in investment vehicles. Thank you for spending time here with me, and do have a lovely week.